Welcome to Mike's Harder After Hours. I'm Colton.
I'm Joe.
And tonight we have the filthy whore, Don.
How y'all doing?
How you doing, Don?
I'm here.
Tonight we have something kind of special for you guys. We have a video of Dave playing guitar in Joe's garage. So in memory of him and for the podcast being named basically after...
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, for him, not after, but for him. We're going to play that for you now, and we are going to start using snippets of this for the beginning of our videos. Alrighty.
All right.
Hope you guys all enjoyed that video.
Cool part about that video, those two had never met. We were hanging out at my garage, and Dave and I had my guitars out there, and Ryan went riding by, and I knew Ryan because I bought this house off of Ryan's dad.
Oh.
So he saw the garage door open, and he rode up the driveway on his bicycle. Bicycle. Ryan learned to play guitar in prison. I guess he played a little bit before, but he had plenty of time to sit and actually play.
Yeah.
So he comes in the garage, he sits down, he's like, "Oh, you got your guitars out." And Dave's like, "You know how to play?" So they picked up guitars and they just went at it. I mean, there was like no effort, there was no coordination. And you can tell by the video I was filming it with a potato.
I know, it looks like you were filming it with my ass.
Yeah, it was actually an old digital camera, and I don't even know why it was in the garage.
Just happened to be there in right time, right place.
I was like, "This is good. I gotta capture this. This is great." So that's one of my favorite videos. the laughter at the end is like the greatest.
Yeah, I think we had talked about using like the laughter and then like the 20 seconds or so before that.
Yeah, yeah. That was a fun day. That really was. That was fun. And Dave and I hadn't really known each other that long. In that video, I think I'd only met him maybe 6-8 months before that.
Yeah, you had mentioned that was before he was a gun nut.
Yeah, that was way before.
Yeah,
it was way before he was an armor or a teacher or anything like that. Yeah, he was young, man. He was in his early 20s. So that's a good memory.
It's kind of cool too that it was just 100 feet from here.
Yeah. Even cooler that it was just random as shit.
Right.
Yeah, that was wild. Hey, on another note, what are we supposed to be studying for the next?
Oh, for next week?
Yeah.
Well, we've talked enough about the.
Oh, it's funny because when I come on here yesterday, Joe looked at me and goes, "What's the podcast supposed to be?" I said, "I don't know, Joe."
We hadn't figured out a topic.
I don't remember what the topic is.
That's even funnier because of how drunk he's been the last couple times that we've recorded, that he thought we figured out a topic and just didn't know what the fuck it was.
I've been like scratching my head like, I even listened to the damn thing and I'm like, I get done listening to him like, did we even talk about it?
Yeah, no, we hadn't. But we've talked enough about that. What is the fucking thing that you're obsessed with that has to do with the EPA and the FBI and the CIA?
Oh.
The
Chevron Act?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't cover the CIA. Well, it does, but it doesn't. We ought to talk about the Javier Milei Act, where they just get rid of all those motherfuckers.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. We could talk about, we could just do like a 3-letter agency topic, because then we won't run out of time.
But then
won't run out of things to talk
we'll have
about.
3 of them acting like I'm on top of a mountain in Idaho, shooting my dog.
I mean, if they've heard any of our other episodes, they already feel like we're on a mountain in Idaho.
I'm sure they do.
Or we're in a compound in fucking Texas.
Yeah, for some reason I thought when we did the last episode, we did an After Hours right after that, and I thought we had chosen a topic.
Joe's dreaming about podcasts.
Well,
No.
I do remember Joe telling me that you guys talked about doing the Chevron.
Well, yeah, and he was like,
But
"No,
I
I'm
keep
just going to
referring
sprinkle
to
it in."
it.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm just going to sprinkle it into every podcast." But we could just do a 3-letter agency podcast, and we can go over the Chevron deference.
We could talk about the Consumer Protection Act from like 1974, where most warranties are bullshit and they can't actually enforce it.
Well, but that's covered under the Chevron thing, isn't it? Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, we'll just do a 3-letter agency podcast, and we'll talk about the Chevron deference, talk about the Consumer Protection Act. Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, and
It's
then-
part of the Consumer Protection Act.
And then we can talk loosely about the CIA and FBI. Not too much because we don't want them shooting your dog. Oh wait, that's the. Isn't that the DEA?
DEA, ATF,
Yeah.
local PD.
No, not so much our local PD, just in general.
Well, I wrote it down this time because I'm old.
Okay, yeah.
And you're drunk a lot.
When you do 2 podcasts back to back, and I was fucking 4 deep on the first one.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I got over
not
here a
you.
little late too.
Which was good.
Well, I thought
I
it
got
was
to
just.
pour your mom back in the box.
You're so fucking stupid. I just thought it was funny because I was sitting here as you were talking to Don's future son-in-law or whatever the hell he's calling him, and
Yeah, it's my future son-in-law.
yeah. And I looked at Don and I was like, he's already in the bag, and he goes, "Yup."
I like that kid. I like that guy. I don't want to call him a kid.
I'll call him a kid.
I mean, to you, he's kind of a kid.
He's a kid.
He's not really a kid to me,
But the way he presents himself, he's not a kid.
right?
He's articulate.
Yeah.
He knows what he thinks, but he's not stuck on it. So yeah, I like that guy. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a good kid.
So it'd be interesting to see where he goes in life because he's intelligent and he probably could do great things.
I hope so.
Don's like, I just want him to marry my daughter first.
Show me your prospectus. I want to see that you're going to be worth $1 million before you're 30.
I don't care about any of that. As long as he makes my daughter happy, I'm happy, and that's all I give a shit about, really. And grandkids.
Fucking fresh 18, like, hey, when you guys having a kid?
Oh, she'll be 21 this year.
What?
So, yeah.
Dude, I thought she was like 18.
No. My son just turned 19 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Way
don't
to
know. For
go,
some reason, I
Seaman.
thought she was younger. I thought she was on the younger end of your kids.
Yep. My Siemens 19 today,
His semen.
His semen.
as is in the Navy.
Wasn't it you that was talking about if instead of when guys finish, it was like one giant sperm instead of a bunch of little ones? And you were like, at that point, I'd have to strangle it.
Yeah, if a teenager's whacking his pud and the first time he nuts, instead of like a bunch of goo shoots out, like one big semen, like giving birth to something a little bit larger than a crawfish out of your pee hole. I mean,
Well, for one, there wouldn't be much jerking off going on.
well, the first time that happens, can you imagine the shock and horror on a kid's face? He'd be like stomping on it on the floor.
See, another thing that another thing that I had thought at the time of you saying that was, what if when you stomped on it, it split into littler versions? So every
Like
time
a
you
horror
stomp,
movie?
yeah. So every time you stomp on it, it just divides itself in half
Until
so,
it goes back to what we actually have
right.
now.
Yeah. So you just have like 4 little crawfish running around on the floor, and you're trying to stomp them, and every time they just double.
And you're like, fuck, I should have shot it into a t-shirt.
This tube sock doesn't hold shit.
Oh, man. Oh, God. This is going to get so much hate.
You know what else gets hate? Mustangs, because they're shit.
Drag on Eddie, I hope you're listening.
I hope you are, Dragon.
You better come prepared.
I tell you what, man, the only good Mustang they ever made was the Mach-E.
Hey, Eddie, Colton doesn't want that shirt that you were going to bring us.
That's good shit right there.
But Filthy Hordon would love a shirt.
I'll take a shirt. I'm okay with it.
I'll take a shirt as long as you don't come in it first, since I talk shit about Mustangs.
Oh, man. One time,
Oh God, where is this going?
I was riding with Drag on Eddie, and we're going through Oak Openings. And for people who don't know the area, Oak Openings is a very thick wooded natural park, and we're riding in his Fiesta. I want to say Fiesta, and we're doing probably 60, 65 mile an hour. And there are woods on both freaking sides. I'm already a paranoid passenger. And I'm paranoid about deer.
Yeah, you're not a good passenger.
He goes, want to see something cool? I'm like, what? And he reaches down and jerks the fucking e-brake straight up. Dude,
Joe's soul leaves
the
his body.
rear license plate was in my ass. I puckered so fucking hard. He apologized because he remembered. Oh yeah, you don't like this shit. But that scared the fuck out of me. Oh, and one night,
Dude lost all the upholstery on his seat.
oh yeah, I had the hood for that car in my garage. I think it had a really cool flame paint job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
when we start doing video for the podcast, we should hang that fucking thing up.
It used to hang in my living room.
Yeah, it
we
did.
should
I had
fucking-
I
It
had
did
the,
back in the day. It hung up in the living
I
room.
had the hood hanging, and underneath it, on top of one of my little stands, I had a dual quad intake for a Ford small block.
Oh, dude, we should
with carbs
totally,
and shit on it.
totally hang that thing up
I think
when
it
we
used to
start
hang,
doing
it
video.
used to hang
Yeah.
right where the TV is.
Where the TV is, yeah. And underneath it, I had dual quad carburetor and intake sitting on a stand.
I bet we could make something up to hang it, and that way you can take it down if you wanted to watch TV out there or play pool or something. I think that'd be
Probably.
cool.
I could just mount it to the fucking ceiling too. I don't.
Yeah, I'm down. That'd be sweet to hang up for the fucking podcast.
One night he was here with his Mustang, a fast one, not an E one. He was here with his Mustang.
Well, if it had a fucking Ford engine in it, it wasn't fast.
Dave was here, and I think it was one of the nights we were drinking homemade wine because we used to make 5 gallons at a time, and we had it on like a 3 month rotation.
Dude,
where
I never got to drink any of that last stuff that we made.
every 3 months we had a fresh batch of wine. And Dragon Eddie was here one night, and he had his Mustang. he drove Dave home. I think he was still living with his folks. And they're doing like 130 miles an hour, and a fucking deer jumped out in front of them.
God!
Jesus.
Talk about losing all the upholstery on your seats.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's when Eddie had the those hard fiberglass race 5-point harness seats in it that I
Yeah.
gave him. Yeah, I heard about the next day. Dave was fucking scared to shit. He was fucking so like, holy
Did it
fuck,
like jump
dude.
over the road?
If my memory is correct, and I'm drunk a lot, so I'm wrong a lot. If my memory is correct, it bounced across the other lane and just missed the car when it bounced across their lane. So,
Dude, anybody that cannot crash a car like that, having something like that happen, I gotta give respect to, because I would probably crash a car.
we'll have to ask Eddie when he comes on, but I know they were shitting and getting. At least according to Dave. Fuck, they might have been doing 30. He was pretty fucked up.
Why are you going so fast, man? Dude, I'm going 35.
But yeah, we'll have to ask him when he comes on. But from what his recollection was, they were hauling ass, and a fucking deer jumped out in front of them. He said Eddie never even flinched. Eddie was like, "Nope, good."
I would probably get fucking startled.
When he pulled that e-brake going through oak openings, he's lucky I didn't grab the steering wheel. That scared me so freaking bad, dude. I was like, this motherfucker's trying to kill me.
I can only imagine at that point.
60 mile an hour in the middle of the woods, deer infested at that.
Yeah.
Fuck, we're gonna start spinning, we're gonna flip. That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, that's fucking great.
And yeah, I am a horrible passenger.
You
That-
are. You're a terrible passenger.
That's what happens. That's what
I
happens.
think you're a great passenger.
Well, I mean, he's never been a bad passenger for me. I've just heard enough stories. Granted, I don't think I've ever taken him more than about 5 or 10 minutes somewhere.
One beer.
Right. I think the furthest we went was
I drive
to a birthday party out by B and
Like 11 or something.
yeah,
like that.
for Chode's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I have Joe in my car, I drive different than I do with anybody else.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, because I know how he's gonna be, and so I feel like I'm driving Miss Daisy.
I'll drive Miss Daisy every day. I don't care.
Yeah, have yourself a life-altering accident, and shit will change.
That's just like when Joe and I go out on the bikes together.
Well, yeah. If I'm on the bike anymore, I'm sure I'll be cautious.
I have no problem doing 60, 65 mile an hour on the bike. Joe and I go riding on the bike. I do what, 45, 50?
We're below 55, but we skirt 55. So
No.
45 to 55 mile an hour.
Yeah, I mean, after fucking having that dude pull out in front of me and me dumping the bike, I probably probably will be a little leery once I get it fixed. So I mean that's understandable.
Yeah.
Like I know Joe's the history. I know that. And I'm like, Joe tells me, he's like, dude, I'm a low and slow kind of guy, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Well, the idea that accident that changed me didn't just change me; it changed that guy's life too. I mean, like drastically. So that guy, that guy probably never worked again. Wasn't my fault, but the whole dynamic of that accident that changed the way I approach things in traffic.
Well, I mean, I even think about that. Where I'm working now is basically one long ass road that it's just 2 lanes and it's pretty narrow, and it just has a bunch of like businesses and manufacturing places.
Yeah.
So every day there's fucking semis, and they're always trying to turn in somewhere or turn in front of you or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Or they're sitting there and I can tell that there's still somebody in the fucking cab. So I get all the way in the other fucking lane to go around them. And I make sure I'm going like 20 mile an hour because I'm not about to fucking hit somebody jumping out of their fucking truck.
Yeah, and with us living in a farming community, all these side roads that have soybean fields and cornfields and stuff, come fall, when there's all these semi trucks hauling grain trailers and stuff, that makes me nervous. I will sit and wait before so that I can get all the way to the other side of the road, so I can see anybody coming around the front of the truck, anything like that. I don't want anything like that shit to happen again.
Yeah.
So I know the first time that Joe and I got to go ride together this year, we went out country road, and I know there's one intersection he does not like crossing in his car. So I went his usual route as he was going to his other house. And when we finally get to his other house, I said, yeah, I didn't want to go 16 because you're not comfortable in that intersection. He's like, I would have done it. I'm like,
it's not bad in a car. It is a little nerve-wracking on a bike because there's a hill coming from the east. The westbound traffic, it's hard to see them. So
I want an extra mile out of my way. Like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, we're doing 40, 50, between 40 and 55. Like, we were just having a good time.
I love that kind of cruise, man. Just relaxed. No destination.
Yeah.
There's always that one road we like to try to hit. But other than that, there's really no destination. We're just...
Yeah, I mean, anytime I've ridden the bike to, like, work, I try and leave about 20 or 25 minutes early. That way I can just fucking putt along.
Stop and see your John.
Stop and see Don's John.
Because he's a filthy whore.
All right. Just got to the point now, just accept it. Like, whatever. I don't care.
So I'm having, I've got a friend that does upholstery, or not upholstery, god damn it. The fuck is it called? Where
it's like upholstery. Like, you're gonna make me a seat for my bike to say I'm a filthy whore or what?
No.
I'll fucking
where
wear it.
It's the stitching and it's just back and forth to make
embroidery.
I don't know why I was thinking upholstery. Probably because we were talking about eating upholstery. But she does embroidery, so she's making me some polos that have the logo, and I'm gonna have her put John as the name.
I could probably reach out to Dave's mom. She's done a couple of embroidery things for me.
Yeah, I mean, I already have this order in.
Yeah.
She lives just down the road.
Yeah, I mean, for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's done some embroidery for me. Yeah, she's.
I was thinking about riding on the motorcycles and shit. It's gonna be a while for you to get your bike back up and running, ain't it?
Well, I plan on having it finished up by spring because I'm gonna get a hold of James and see if he can look at the shift shit over the winter. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Why do you ask?
I heard what you said. I only asked because there's been a ride that Joe and I want to do together, and I think it'd be cool for you to ride with us.
Oh, that one into Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's American Legion up in Michigan.
It's right on the waterfront.
Right on the waterfront.
Fucking
Where in
beautiful.
Michigan?
I don't recall.
I'd have to look it up all over again. We did this a couple of days ago. I looked it up. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down, but I'd have to,
Like-
be whenever I get my bike fixed.
Yeah, we're gonna do all back roads.
Yeah, all back roads.
And if
Yeah.
I can get mine done sooner, if I get my bike done sooner, you can ride Joe's other bike.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably get mine done by like September, early October, but I would have to get a hold of James and see what his availability is.
Hatfield.
No.
Now he caught on.
Yeah, this.
I think he caught on. He's like, he's got that look like, what are you talking about?
He don't know who that is. But yeah, this Legion post up there. They're right on the waterfront. They got a lot of property. Huge.
Oh, James Hetfield. Oh, that Mustang guy. Okay.
No.
No.
I know who fucking James Hetfield is.
But they got this huge piece
They
of
have a
property.
huge piece of property right on the lakefront.
We're just gonna roll in there and ask if we can throw tents up, stay the night, run up a bar tab.
And then just leave.
And
We're gonna take back roads the whole way there.
nothing
Yeah,
more
I'm
than two
down.
lane. Nothing more than 2-lane highway.
So, if you Google it, it's like an hour. We'll say an hour and 40 minutes.
Right.
It's gonna take us probably about 3 hours to get there.
Easily. Yeah.
That's the way Joe and I ride together.
All right, what am I Googling?
Your mom's butthole.
It's pretty ashy.
I think it was a post 217
That sounds right.
American Legion post 217.
In Wyandotte, Michigan?
Yeah,
Yep, that one.
should be right on the edge of water.
Oh, this fucking place?
Yep.
Yeah.
That looks cool as shit.
We're gonna ride up there and call first, obviously, but we're gonna see if they'll let us just throw our tents up in the grass. We're gonna ride up, throw tents up, stay for the night, and come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
That looks like a fun ride. And when we first looked it up before you moved to Tennessee,
Yeah.
there was a bunch of different routes we could take, and they are seriously back road. Some of them are curvy, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
I'm good without the curvy, but I'll take them. I just go slow. I don't have the confidence that I used to when I was younger, you know?
All right.
What are you looking up now, Colton?
Nothing. I'm texting James to see if he has any availability in the next couple months to look at my bike.
Hatfield?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, damn, you got his contact?
Hell yeah, dude. He's going to be on the podcast.
Jesus. That would be an absolute dream come true.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you would actually come in your shorts if James
Probably.
Hetfield walked through your door.
I probably would just be like, I don't ever want to do another one because that would be the peak. That would be the peak of my podcast right there.
Joe would
I'm
be
done.
like, I know Don's the filthy gay whore, but tonight
Joe's gonna take
I
over.
am.
Yeah. I do have a lot of other icons in my life, but he's probably my earliest. He's probably my earliest icon because I was into Metallica real young, and when I started
When you farted?
when I first started growing facial hair, it was like I got to make it look like James. He's the reason I started to learn to play guitar.
So we already know that good old Tommy Wee would blow Tommy Lee. Would you blow James Hetfield if he asked you to?
If I wasn't married, I probably would. To completion.
Are you spitting or swallowing?
Depends. Is he hanging out afterward?
Like, okay, I need to know what your premise is with is he hanging? Like, if he is gonna hang out, you are or you aren't.
If it's pump and dump, nah.
No, but if he's gonna hang out and you guys can chat and you know he can play his guitar, then you will.
Joe's like, I want cuddle time.
Share some chicken recipes or something, you know.
Hey, do you know how to make stir fry? My wife showed me how to make the best stir fry.
She does make the best stir fry.
Dude, it is really good, and it's really simple. It's a lot simpler than I would have ever thought it would be.
I overcomplicated stir fry for fucking ever. But yeah, no, I don't know. It depends whether he's gonna hang out or not.
Joe's already in his feelings over a hypothetical. He treated me like a whore.
Who's your icon?
I don't have one, honestly. Not anybody that's famous. I mean, I've always looked up to my grandpa.
I mean,
yeah, you can't ask me if I would blow my grandpa.
No, like famous, because my grandfather was like, he was the peak. He was. I'm still trying to become my grandfather. I'm not trying to become James Hetfield. He was just a famous person that I liked, that I tried to be like. But my grandfather, no, nobody overshadows that.
See, I don't have anybody famous. I've never... Like, I was into Metallica when I was a kid, but I couldn't have told you who was in the fucking band. I knew all the songs. I couldn't have told you anything about the band, though. In all reality, if I had to pick somebody that wasn't him, it would be Pat.
Yeah?
Because I've had respect for Pat before I ever met him talking to you.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
And as much as I'm pretty sure he like actually can't stand me, I think that it would be Pat.
I don't think that he can't stand you. I think he just expected more from you. That's
probably.
That's.
I wasn't in like a fantastic point in my life, and then I got hurt. You know, I hurt my back and whatever. And
nobody there ever talks bad about you either. It's not like.
Well, no, fuck, when I came
waste.
in. Yeah, no, I mean, even when I came in to see you when I lost that last job and I had all that time off.
Yeah.
Time off. I say that like it was a vacation. I mean, it basically was, but whatever.
Signed up for welfare, got food stamps. I voted Democrat.
I did not sign up for fucking welfare, you piece of shit. No, even when I came in.
He got his food stamps, though.
Fuck off, I did not. Even when I came in during that and talked to like Trish, she was like, you should come in here more often. She's like, I miss seeing you here. And I was like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, nobody ever had anything bad to say about you. I think they just expected more from you, and you didn't deliver, and that was the end of the day. You know?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I kind of wish I would have had that opportunity now versus then. You know what I mean?
It would probably make a big difference if you'd have had more experience before you started there.
Oh yeah, because I was still really green.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to do things that weren't engineering related.
Yeah.
Whereas now,
that's part of the job.
I know, and I understand that now. But at the time, I was like, this fucking engineer has no time to fucking teach me anything. I'm here to learn how to engineer shit and to become a better engineer. And here I am fucking...
He's like, go count this.
Yeah. Here I am counting 10,000 fucking springs for fucking 6 hours. Yeah. At the time, I didn't have the greatest attitude, and then I hurt myself and whatever.
After working years for my dad, I could call myself a well driller. But at the end of the day, I was whatever the fuck he told me to be.
Yeah. Well, that's how I felt.
Well,
whereas now,
when I got into like a real adult job that wasn't family,
right?
I knew that I was going to be whatever they told me I was going to be, minute by minute.
Well, I think that was another thing is like. It was like family because I knew fucking everybody other than maybe 4 or 5 people.
Right.
So, like, I knew everybody. It was a very comfortable situation, whereas being comfortable isn't always the best thing for, a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas now, the other day I was fucking not cleaning, but I was cleaning the bathroom because somebody didn't fucking clean the bathroom. And I went in there to piss, and I was like, well, I'm just going to fucking clean it while I'm here.
I went into work, I think it was Monday morning. I walk in, boss is already there. And I mean, boss man is there. I walk in, the hall lights on, the ladies' bathroom lights on, the men's bathroom's on. And my boss is cleaning toilets.
Yeah,
And-
dude, I've always had an insane amount of respect for Pat because he will do whatever needs done.
Yeah,
he's not gonna wait until somebody gets there that's like under him, quote unquote.
Nope.
He's just gonna, if he sees something he's done, he's just gonna do it.
Yeah, there ain't a job in that place he won't do. I walked in, he was cleaning bathrooms. He was scrubbing toilets and filling paper towels and stuff.
Fuck, I've seen him pull parts. I've seen him check shit in. I've seen him. The only thing I haven't seen him do is work on carb shit.
I actually asked him if he wanted to go through an 8N carburetor with me one time, and he's like, I wouldn't know it first thing. I was like, by the time we're done, you'll know it all. He's like, nah, I'm good.
No, he knows all the rest of it, and he knows how to do it. And I think he kind of likes to stick to that kind of stuff.
And he also knows that as a boss, you don't have to know everything.
Right.
You just have to know that the people under you know what they're doing.
And he knows that there aren't a bunch of areas in the carb shop that need help, like picking or checking things in or shipping or whatever the case may be. Sometimes those areas have people that get pulled to do other things and they need help. So he will go and help. Whereas you guys don't really...
What I love is when he goes out on the dock and starts checking stuff in. Because everybody out there is like, uh-oh, 5-0's here, 5-0's here. And so they're all like on edge and shit.
Oh, I was never on edge around him.
Me neither. Because I knew it. I'm getting it done.
Right.
No big deal. But yeah, when I don't want to say guy's name, but when Pat's out there checking shit in, guy's like, oh no, he gets all frazzled and he just gets discombobulated, like uh-oh. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, or he's sitting on a cart labeling parts. Oh, fuck.
One day I'm walking up toward the dock. Boss is sitting on the end of a cart labeling parts, and I walk up. I'm like, back there, all I could see was a big guy sitting on a cart, and I thought we rehired Colton.
I remember you telling that story.
Yeah. So what's going on in your work life, Don?
A lot of bullshit.
Bullshit?
Yep. I've been working Fayette, doing a remodel. Boss tells me today we have a very, very nasty apartment we have to take care of. And I want to try my hardest to get out of that one.
Does it smell like cat piss or feet?
Oh, my boss knows I don't do smell. And he made it clear that he can walk into just about anything. But he made it clear to me that he couldn't get within 10 feet of the door without smelling cat piss. He said, you can't walk in this house without just shuffling your foot and you have a half a bag of trash.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to try my damnedest to get out of that. I'm not
Fucking renters.
working in that at all.
Huh.
I am not working in it. I will oversee it.
I have an issue with smell too. If my dog has a freaking accident in the house, It takes everything I got.
Or if one of your buddies takes a really big thumper dumper on a Sunday afternoon.
That is
Oh, yeah.
fact.
Yeah, who did that?
Oh, I don't know. I just heard about it.
That is fact. That oh God.
I was talking to JD about that, and I was like, I think the biggest thing was once Joe got to gagging, he couldn't get out of the gagging. I was like, I think if he could have got out of the gagging and stopped it for like 10 seconds, he probably would have been fine.
That's true.
But he got stuck in that. It's like when you're drunk and you throw up and you don't have anything coming out, and you're like, I'm done throwing up. I need to stop gagging, but you can't figure out how to get it to stop.
Yeah. That's fact, because
Well, if somebody wouldn't have let a manure truck in the bathroom.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's been worse dumps over here in the last 10 years, and all that person has ever heard is, damn, dude, it stinks in there.
let's just say it. You're the one that made me want to puke. Because, you used to smoke, and when you smoked, you took a cigarette in the bathroom with you. Even people who don't smoke, I think, would rather walk into a smoke smell than what I walked into.
See, I never really think about the smoking aspect of it because I don't smoke anymore.
Well,
I don't think I've ever seen Joe gag as bad as he did.
Me and Pigfucker used to call it magic scrubbing bubbles. You have to smoke when you poop because it keeps the smell down.
I'll have to buy a pack of cigarettes to keep in the bathroom for if I have to take a shit.
You just light it like incense.
Just let it burn out.
Next time I will give you a cigarette just to walk in there and take a shit. If you got shit.
Well, unfortunately, now they're all fire safe thanks to the government. Oh, wait, Chevron.
Just blow on it a little bit.
Yeah, just keep it lit. Make sure it doesn't go out so that there's something in there other than that. Because that's horrific.
Another thing that I've learned since working there is that it's not always about getting things done quickly. Because I actually just had a review 2 weeks ago. And he was like, you're doing a really good job. He goes, but there's a lot of push from every department to get things done because everything's an emergency. And he goes, when everything's an emergency, nothing is an emergency.
Yep.
And he goes, you need to be mindful of not worrying about their timelines that they have for you. When their timeline for you, it has no bearing on your job. Because if it gets done by their timeline, but it's not fully done, it's still going to come back on you.
Yeah.
He's like, you just need to be mindful of that. He's like, you would rather have people say, it takes him a little bit longer to do things than, well, he got it done in time, but it was wrong or incomplete.
I've never, ever been reprimanded because something took me longer than somebody thought it should. But then again, the job I'm in, nobody knows how long it's supposed to take.
Well, yeah.
So, but when I was just like general labor, nobody ever gave me any grief. If it was right when it was done, that's all they cared about.
Yeah, I've always cared about trying to get things done quickly.
Corrections take longer than the actual act of, finish the project.
Right.
Corrections take longer.
Well, yeah, because then you have to go back and figure out what was wrong, how to do it.
Are starting to figure that out. Like,
yeah, corrections take longer, and that costs the company more. Doing something twice costs more than double, and you would think, well, we had to do it twice, it cost us double. No, it actually costs more than that.
3 weeks from now, when you have to go back and do it, you have to basically start over to figure out what you had to do,
right? What's
wrong, how to fix it, and then fixing it,
right?
Instead of just taking the time while you're doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something that is hard for me to learn because I always am trying to get things done quickly.
Working in a factory from 19 until 25, that place, because it was a big corporation, they want shit done. They want it done right now. And it didn't matter if you did it wrong and it had to be reworked because it was a big place.
Yeah.
Going from that to running my own business,
You want it done right.
I'm going to do it right the first time. If it takes me a little longer, even if I have to discount the customer because it took me longer, I'm going to do it right the first time.
Right.
I don't want it to come back.
Right.
I don't want to have to do it twice.
You don't want to hear, oh, this guy messed my shit up and now I got to take it back to him.
Maybe not even that. I don't want to take it out on a test drive and find out, oh, shit, I got to pull it back apart.
Right.
I'm going to do it right the first time. Not only does that, especially if all right, it took me longer than it should have, but I'll split the difference with you. You know, it took me 7, I quoted you 5, I'm going to charge you 6. You know, that goes a long way. Customer's going to go, this guy treated me right.
Yeah.
You know, so that's cheap advertisement. But I also don't have to do shit twice. Because then now, you know, I'm double booked. I got to bring this one back in while I got something else waiting. And yeah, doing where I'm at, you do it right the first time. And it really, don't drag your feet, but it really doesn't matter that much how long it takes you as long as it's right when it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's something that I've learned more of and I'm still working on. That it would have been a nice skill to have at that point as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of rush through everything.
Well, I was always trying to. I didn't
work
want to. I didn't want anybody to be like, "Man, this guy takes fucking forever."
You got to work at steady pace to make sure it's done the way it should be done right. The way I look at it, because that's what I get from my guys. Like, I don't want you to speed through it.
But I don't want you to sit there and fuck around.
Don't drag your feet. I don't want you sitting on buckets all day long. Do your job.
Unless they're right side up because you got to poop.
The mud bucket.
Mud bucket.
Yeah. Hell, I haven't heard that nickname in a while.
I still the fact that I got that
I don't even
nickname.
know how you got the nickname.
I know how. You were sitting here and you were like telling the story of one of our guys was sweating into the mud bucket today, and then you looked at me and you were like, "Huh, mud bucket." Has no meaning for me. It's just a nickname.
Well, your ass is a little muddy when you shit yourself.
Well, now it has meaning. At that point in time, it didn't. Don's just a fortune teller. Oh, fuck.
So I'm a filthy whore and a fortune teller? All right.
Don't mind just listening to me. They're getting some drinks around. We need a Jamie. We definitely need a Jamie. A Jamie that's competent.
That doesn't charge us money.
That as well. It's hard to find one that's competent and not annoying that isn't going to charge us money.
I made that way too stout.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's par for the course, though. You're drunk a lot. So you're wrong a lot. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think. There was something funny that happened today, and I don't remember what it was because I was busy all day. I don't know. How do you lose the lid? You're getting old.
It
man.
It wasn't in his normal place.
Same way you lost your mom.
Oh, your lid died? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I'm sorry about your loss.
Don't worry, I resurrected it.
Did you do that to my mom?
He's trying.
I did earlier, but I had to put her back in the box.
Oh, man, tonight's going to be rough.
Why is that?
Because I started intermittent fasting. So 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow is when I cannot eat. So the morning is going to be rough, too. I'm going to have to drink a lot of coffee.
How are you going to do that?
Trying to lose weight. And I have a thing on my phone.
I didn't say why. I said, how are you going to do that?
Well, I have a thing on my phone that tells me when I can eat. So it's right on my lock screen, and it tells me whether or not I can eat or when my next meal is.
I was doing that without even trying. I didn't realize he was even doing it until I listened to one of Rogan's podcasts, and he was talking about intermittent fasting. Everything's done in an 8-hour period.
Yeah, it's 8 hours and then 16 of not.
I was already doing it. I didn't even know I was. Well, I gave that up because my stomach was all fucked up.
Yeah,
and
now
shit.
you're pregnant.
Yeah, I was bloated. The weird part is I was bloated, but I wasn't gaining weight. I was just getting a big stomach.
Yeah, and then you gained, what, 3 pounds, you said, or some shit?
After I got my walnut inspected, I actually gained like 14 pounds. I was actually gaining weight. I stepped on the scale at work on Monday, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I didn't eat anything all day Monday. I ate one meal on Tuesday. I ate supper.
You better be careful. If you get fat, she might leave you.
It wouldn't surprise me. But
You don't look like how I married you. The roles are going to be reversed.
so yeah, I ate my one meal yesterday. I've eaten half a meal today, and just on Monday, just skipping
Yeah.
everything on Monday, I lost 4 pounds.
Yeah, I was.
Today or yesterday when I stepped on the scales, I was down another 4.
Yeah, I was pissed
So-
today
I get it
because.
because I'm a 1 meal a day. I eat 1 time a day.
Yeah.
I got lazy. I got complacent. I started eating like, oh shit, it's fucking 5:30 in the morning. I'm gonna eat some stir fry. I'm gonna eat an egg roll, and then 11 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, I'm having a chili cheese dog. Granted, I'm making this all at home, but I'm making large portions.
Right.
Well, I guess I can't say I eat 1 meal a day because I'll eat one good meal late at night before I go to bed.
Which is the worst time to do it.
That's what everyone says, but
But if that's the only big meal you're eating,
that's what everyone says. I think I've kept my figure for a long fucking time doing that.
I'd fuck you.
But like normally, like I don't eat during the workday. I might go get a bag of chips.
Yeah.
That's what I eat. Either I'll get some a coffee cake or donuts in the morning. If I don't do that, I'll get a bag of chips at lunch.
Yeah, yesterday and today I had a salad for lunch with some like fruit and some vegetables with a little bit of veggie dip, but I'm trying not to use too much of the veggie dip because, you know, it's a bunch of fat and whatever. But then today, the chick that sits in the cube next to me came back from lunch with a dozen fucking monster cookies from that cookie place in fucking Montpelier. And I wanted to punch her directly in the mouth.
Yes.
Because she brings the open container to my desk and goes, "Hey, you want a cookie or two?" I'm like, no, I don't.
But yes, I do.
She's like, "What?" She's like, "You always want a cookie." I was like, "I know." I was like, "I'm trying to lose weight."
Yes. Yesterday at work, the boss comes over the intercom. Donuts up front. I'm not a sweets person.
No, but you like a good donut every now and then.
If it's a fucking cream-filled Bavarian, yes.
Yeah, you like the cream filled, huh?
Unless they're like the Van Wilder ones, no. But I walked through the office a little while later, and there was like 3 of them in that box. Son of a bitch.
Like, why can't you fat fucks eat these?
Colton wasn't there.
Oh, dude, they always made fun of me because it would be Rodney first in line and then me whenever they had like cake or donuts or anything. Because I would walk up with him directly behind him.
And now it's Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa goes in there. There are no donuts left.
Dude, I'm honestly a little bit surprised that he still works there. Because
Why?
he is one weird motherfucker.
He's funny, though. He really is.
See, but it's... I'm stuttering. It's funny because I don't think he's intentionally funny most of the time. I think it's just him.
I think it's intentional.
You think?
Yeah.
It always seemed unintentional. To me, at least. Although at that point it might have been, and he might have just leaned into it a little bit
I
more.
think he's a little on the scale,
Oh, he's on the
But-
spectrum somewhere.
but he plays to it because he knows he is.
Right.
So, because he can have a conversation.
I've never had a conversation. All I've ever heard is like his muttering.
Yeah.
and with his thick glasses, it just adds to the fucking personality. Like, he would be good on fucking like Seinfeld or some dumb shit. as like Kramer's roommate.
Yeah, he can have a full-on conversation. He just doesn't. And I think part of it, too, is he's an extreme introvert.
Yeah. Well, hell, at one point he was like eating lunches in his car, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't like him when he first started, but
I didn't either. Granted, I was only around him for like 8 months, but I was not a fan. The only thing I ever heard him say was dumb shit that he was muttering under his breath, and I was like, this fucking guy. Like, get the fuck away from me. I'm already irritated.
yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's got 6 freaking kids. It's no wonder he's always trying to eat.
He's got 6 kids?
Yeah, he's Catholic.
Oh, that makes
Wait.
sense.
Never mind. I am gonna say it.
No, say it. Don't be a pussy.
What's Mike's excuse?
Horny.
Usually Catholic. I'm like, wait, what? Mike ain't Catholic.
He's just horny.
He's got a whole fucking football team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see his football team against Jacob's football team. Although Jacob's football team continues to grow.
I don't know.
I met a lady one time. I was friends with her sister. So they come over, and she's telling me, yeah, I've got 8 children. I was like, holy shit, you are Catholic. She's like, yeah. I'm like, what? It wasn't an insult. I was just pointing it out. Holy shit. She had one of those 15-passenger vans. Like,
Used up the whole
like Mike
fucking
Scott.
thing.
Like my guy, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, you are Catholic.
And now he's got a girlfriend that I don't know how many kids she has, but I'm pretty sure they got a whole football team.
Oh, he's got a girlfriend?
Mike,
Yeah.
he's seeing somebody, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was seeing anybody.
Is his girlfriend.
Well, fuck, according to Mike, they're... Never mind.
Everything's his girlfriend. But
Sandwich bag full of vegetable oil should be his girlfriend.
God damn it, you just put the image of him and the fucking couch cushions in my mind. With his fucking hairy ass. Oh, there's not enough porn in the world to get that out of my fucking head.
You're welcome.
I hope you sleep good tonight.
Probably not gonna sleep at all. I have a dream that Mike thinks I'm his girlfriend and he's over at my house.
Can I put some vegetable oil in it?
Got her in my phone as sandwich baggie. If you know, you know. Dude, you know who we need to have on the podcast? We need to have your fucking mom on the podcast sometime. She keeps emailing in, and we just need to have her on.
It won't happen.
I know it won't, but we should.
I don't know if she'd go for it.
I don't think she would.
We're a little too vile.
No more vile than when she's here.
That's different.
That's different. That is different.
For her to be on record around this, I just don't know.
It's like if you.
Oh, we don't even have to fucking like.
It's like if you worked at a school. Would you want?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to say her name or anything. We can just introduce her as Joe's mom. Because you both call her mom, and I don't think I've ever called her by her first name.
She is mom, but if somebody knows Joe, I get it.
Well, I mean, if somebody knows Joe and is listening to this podcast, then there's already that connection, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know that my mom would do it.
That's the same thing as like the one guest we're gonna have on. I was hoping you guys leave his last name out of it.
I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
But I'm
because
saying
of that.
if he actually came and did the
Right.
But he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able to say, "Here's a part of my work," because
of X, X.
yeah, he wouldn't be able to say, "Here, I was on this," because other people would listen to other shows and be like, "You're associated with that? That's not cool."
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it.
Their lifestyles you don't want to be associated with what we do. Because none of us give a shit.
I mean, I get it to a certain degree, but I mean, the main podcast is fairly separate, other than the logo from the After Hours.
Well, we're separate except for our branding.
I just mean like the topics and like it's a lot less crude.
Right. But you're going to get someone that's going to be like, oh, I hear this on Spotify, and they Google it on
Yeah, I mean,
YouTube, and now you have all the After Hours.
I was thinking about that the other day too. I almost think that I'm gonna do two because I can make a channel under this one and make it the After Hours. That way they are separate.
Yeah.
And then it would be Mike's Harder After Hours, and then at least then they're kind of separate, and people have some sort of separation.
I don't know. The actual part of the podcast, we've talked about this. The research part of it, we need to come up with some more interesting shit.
Well, that's why I'm trying to pick a little bit broader topics as well, like the 3-letter agency thing.
Yeah.
Because, we try not to go too in depth with things, and then realize while we're doing the podcast that
It's not enough to fill the whole
Right.
hour.
I almost think that instead of not going too deep, like story of my life, not going too deep like we have been.
Hung on a thimble.
I'm like, what do you mean? How you going deep?
I'm gonna send you a picture right now, motherfucker.
I've done senior shit. We done talked about this already.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen it like this, motherfucker.
Send it.
I'm sending it right now. What are you talking about?
My phone ain't working right now, so whatever.
You'll get it eventually. And that'll be even funnier if you get it like tomorrow at work.
I ain't getting nothing on my phone until Friday.
Well, perfect. But yeah, I think instead of us not going like deep into topics like we have been, we need to just do whatever research we want to, however deep, and
And then just make dick jokes for the rest of the show.
well, I think we'll actually be able to fill the information or fill the information,
No,
fill
your
the
dick.
fill the podcast better. I didn't hear what you said. I have no idea what you said.
Good.
I'll hear
Basically,
it.
what I said already.
You'll
I'll-
get it on the playback.
I was gonna say I'll hear it when I listen back to it.
Oh, shit.
Well, you got anything else you want to talk about? We got a couple minutes left.
I actually want to talk about something I read today. And I'm full disclaimer, I read it off of a source I trust. So I did not research to find out validity or truth. Let's see, July 12th, 1776, George
Okay.
Washington read the Declaration of Independence in New York to a group of people. And by the time he was done reading it, a group of patriots, 3%ers, if you want to call them that,
Yeah.
decided to go down and tear down a statue of the king. They tore it down, and most of it got melted down and turned into musket balls
Really,
to shoot the British.
that's fucking awesome.
It was a statue of the king on a horse, and the tail of the horse is in a museum in New York.
Okay.
That got preserved, but most of it got melted down, and I'm assuming it was bronze.
Dude, it'd be cool as fuck to get one of those musket balls.
Right?
Could you imagine? I half-ass want to buy fucking metal detecting equipment and fucking go searching, because that would be the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, they tore down a
have some.
statue and melted it into
Dude, I'm
fucking
down.
musket balls.
We could make a fucking bike trip out of it.
They
have
not,
no
not
detector.
to New York. I ain't going to New York. Ain't happening.
Yeah,
You probably could find some in Pennsylvania though, because there was a bunch of battles in Pennsylvania.
Fuck, I could probably find one on eBay and not have to go fucking anywhere.
There was a fence in one of the parks that had the crown's insignia as the fence post tops, and they tore all those off too and did the same thing with them. They turned them into musket balls.
That is what they actually did. They actually.
The fence still stands. It's in a park in New York. The fence still stands, but the insignia posts are gone. They tore them off.
Anything to do with the crown or the king, they use it as musket balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is an actual proven fact. They did that.
Apparently it was made out of lead.
The statue was made out of lead?
Says that it took approximately 1 pound of it to produce 20 musket balls.
I didn't think it was made out of lead. That's weird.
Again, this is just Google, so it could be wrong. This is just what I'm reading.
Oh, because Google's drunk a lot.
Yeah, Google is drunk a
Well,
lot.
I got my information from the Redhead Libertarian on X, and the multiple times I have fact checked her, she has been 100% accurate.
Right.
Which is why today I didn't choose to go dig and find out if she was right or not. She is always on spot. Her stuff is always good.
I do know in 1776, anytime any insignia of the crown or the king, they were melting that shit down. That's musket balls to them.
You know what we could do is an episode on the Battle at Concord. I read one time that they fought in shifts, and between shifts, the guys would go to the bar, they go to the pub and get drink, and they'd go get hammered, and then go back out on the battlefield.
Could you imagine just a bunch of drunk motherfuckers shooting at you?
What took 30 seconds to load now takes a minute, and I might take off your ear, or I might poke you in the eye. That would be fun to fact check.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't getting 3 rounds a minute at that point.
Hell no.
Alrighty, well, that was our time. If you guys have any suggestions for topics, or if you want to be a guest, or if you want to fact check us, the email is mikesharderpodcast@gmail.com.
Subscribe if you even half-ass remotely like us. At least like it before you walk away.
Yeah, if you got to this point and you don't leave a like, you're a hoe, and you should eat a dick.
You're a dirty whore like Don.
Yeah. That's why they're not. They don't want to be associated with Don and his whoreness.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
Well, filthy whore Don, signing off.
Later, y'all.
I'm Joe. Next time.
I'm Colton. Catch you on the next one.